All right, y'all. Now that I've vented about my Los Angeles Lakers getting swept, and go check that out if you missed it. I want to talk about the great Nikola Jokic. Okay. NBA legend, Hall of Famer, all-time assist per game leader, Magic Johnson, chimed in on Joker. Okay. He said this. He said the Joker is changing the game of basketball right before our very eyes. Much like Michael, Larry, LeBron, Steph, Kobe, Kareem, and Shaq. He humbly left himself out. Okay, 6'9" point guard doing all the shit he did. Being humble. I love Irvin Magic Johnson. Okay. I want to talk about this quote. This tweet. I want to talk about this tweet. Okay. Before I do, though, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, okay? I am your homeboy first. This is the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Put all your people on, okay? Y'all see the question right there. Has Jokic changed the game, y'all? I would say no. I would say no. Now, you might be saying, first, come on now, man. You hating. You just mad because they beat your Lakers. That's not it. That's not it. You might say, first, well, this man just passed Wilt for triple doubles in the postseason. What's wrong with you? This man averaging a triple double in the postseason. What's wrong with you? That's not it. He a two-time MVP. First, what's wrong with you? That's not it. You just hating because he from Europe. That's not it. I would argue that the game has changed and that Jokic is benefiting from that change. That's what I would argue. We've seen for some years now that the game has gotten away from the traditional uh, positions and responsibilities that go with those positions. Okay. A point guard when I was growing up, and I'm only 38 years old. I ain't ancient now. But when I was growing up, a point guard was supposed to handle the ball. That's the general. The floor general is your point guard. Okay. That's what made Magic Johnson so unique at 6'9" for him to be at that height doing what he did. Your two guards supposed to be somebody that can score the ball for you from the perimeter. The small forward supposed to be that guy that can do a little bit of everything. Okay, he can play a kind of like a guard when you need him to. He can play kind of like a power forward when you need him to. Okay, he can get a little bit of everything. Your power forward will be your muscle man. Okay, bang and get the boards for you and things like that. And then your center, when I was a kid, other than Michael Jordan, the center really were the dominant motherfuckers. Hakeem and David Robinson and Shaq. You know what I'm talking about? Patrick Ewing. You know, they going to get a board. They're going to find the guard. They're going to run down to the other end of the court. They're going to get to the block. You're going to pass it to them on the block. Either they're going to score, get fouled, or they're going to get doubled, and then they're going to pass it out of that double team. The defense is going to scramble, and then the offense will be, set or based around that. That was the game of basketball. But we've seen for some years now, we've gotten away from that. And I think it's great. I think it's great. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I think it's great that everybody now is learning to dribble, pass, and shoot. All positions should be able to dribble, pass, and shoot. It's one of the things I liked about, my partner Anthony Carlisle, again, who I consider the best high school basketball coach in the state of Mississippi. Shout out to him. He used to put our boys, I was the assistant coach, he was the head coach. He used to make the boys do all skill drills, from point guards to centers. So we had a kid, like 5'9" point guard, named Kendarius Smith. He gonna be in the ball handling drills, of course, but also 6'5", 230-pound Moses Greenwood was gonna be in the ball handling drill, and Moses was, 6'5" by NBA standards is a guard, but at 3A basketball in the state of Mississippi, you big as fuck. But he's still gonna work on his ball handling, and that, I would argue that has helped him too, because now he's a professional basketball player overseas, stuff like that, and he got to handle the ball. But he ain't just look at, okay, you this, you that, you that. He made everybody work on being a full basketball player. You know what I'm saying? And I think more coaches have done that. That's how you get a KD who's 7 feet tall but handle the ball and shoot from 30 feet. That's how you get that. That's how you get all these guys now. LeBron, 6'9", 260 pounds, but basically a point guard. There's more freedom to be the kind of player that you want to be now. Okay? You don't have to just be a center. Literally, we had a drill, okay, when I was playing high school basketball, and I played high school basketball from 1999 through 2003. We had a drill where we lined up on the free throw line, okay? The coach would act like somebody missed a shot, okay? One of your bigs get the rebound. The guard had to sprint down to a particular place and call outlet, okay? The big had to hit the guard with the pass, and everybody had to fill their lanes and get down there, and then we go into either score, we go into our offense or secondary break, something like that. Okay. That was a drill. So it was drilled into the big, get the board and find your guard. If you got that board as a big and you didn't find your guard, you got cussed out. You better not turn that bitch over and you didn't find your guard. You finna get cussed out and subbed out. That was basketball. That was basketball. I can't remember any of the bigs that I played with taking a three-pointer. I can't remember it at all, whether in practice or in the game. I can't remember none of them boys. And I didn't even play with the guy. We had a 6'9" on the team one time and a 6'10", but they didn't really get playing time. Like the tallest cat that I played with who actually got playing time probably like 6'5". Okay. What you get by NBA standards is a damn two guard. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jordan was 6'6", so Michael Jordan would look down at them and play. But for our team, he was forward center. He wasn't taking no threes. He wasn't working no ball handling drills, none of that shit. And this is just in 20 years. The game has changed where the coaching philosophies are different now. And I think Jokic has benefited from that greatly, where the coaches have let him be him. And we see that man pull a board, he gone. He pushing that bitch now. And he ain't the fastest motherfucker, but if you ain't sprinting back on D, it should have wrapped, because he pushing that bitch. It's like he get faster with the ball in the hand. You know how that works? Like that ball got energy. And he usually make a good decision. You saw them run pin downs for this motherfucker. I saw them run a pin down for this man. Now, he ain't curl out to the three-point line. He curled mid-range. He bound that bitch. I saw him run a screen roll action for this man. Like, the game is different. I was talking to one of my OGs earlier today. Shout out to Coach Mentors, Daniel Mentors. I love you, Coach. Okay. Talking to him earlier today, and I asked him, because he's seen more basketball than I have seen, of course. Okay. Triple OG. So I said, Coach, talk to me. Tell me some names throughout history that you think, if the coaching philosophies were the same back then. Like coaches would have let them be free and play ball. Who else you think could have, brought the ball down and things of that nature? He told me he think Bill Russell could have done it. He think Will Chamberlain could have done it. He brought up the modern time. He think Hakeem Olajuwon probably could have done it. He think David Robinson, Tim Duncan. He thinks Shaq. We saw Shaq tells y'all he could have done. He just went to naming a whole lot of folks, man, that he thinks like if the coaching philosophies were different, that they could have done what Jokic was doing. Now, when I brought up Jokic, he was like, "Oh, that's a bad boy. That's a bad boy." He was like, "Now I told everybody the Lakers was gonna lose that series because they weren't gonna have nobody to stop Jokic and Murray." I mean, you ain't had to say that to me, coach. But this ain't no slight against Jokic. It's just that things have changed. Y'all know I'm a student of history now. Into politics, all that kind of stuff. I give you this example. Yeah, Barack Obama was the first black president, but he was not the first black person capable of being president. Barack Obama was the first black president, but he was not the first black person capable of being president. He was the first black president, though, because America has changed enough to where he was possible now. You see what I'm saying? Dr. King could have been president of the United States. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Frederick Douglass could have been president of the United States. Like these people had the greatness in them, the intellectual capabilities, the leadership capabilities, the oratorical skills, to move people to be what Barack Obama was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Dr. King maybe could have done it because of his anti-war stance, and to be president of the United States, you kind of gotta be ready to bust that thing. But you get my point. These are great leaders, but like in their times, that wasn't even an option for them because of racial discrimination. But when we get to talking about Shaq, I brought up Chris Webber. I believe Chris Webber could play exactly like Jokic. But in his time, Chris Webber got ripped for shooting threes, taking outside jumpers. People like, why get your big ass on the block? That was the time. That was the era. That was a coaching philosophy. And we've seen the game change in some ways that are better. More spacing than some I've talked about before. Watching them old games and stuff like that, doing my Michael Jordan research and seeing John Paxson be behind the three-point line and then move in and take a spot up mid-range jumper. That was just idiotic. Idiotic. Made no sense that they weren't making guys stay behind that goddamn line and space that floor for guys like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. That's just common sense. But I guess common sense ain't always been common. And you ain't even know analytics for that. That's just common sense. As I told my OG, I wish, oh my God, that my coach would have been forward thinking and let me take all these threes that these boys taking today. God damn. I undoubtedly would have played college basketball then. I should have played now. I averaged 18 points my goddamn senior season. Okay, I have no idea why. I ain't play AAU. That's the real reason. You got to play AAU. Y'all youngers out there, you better play some goddamn AAU. You trying to get on for real. So I ain't play that. But even without AAU, if I was able to jack up these threes like they do now, oh shit. I would have been taking notice. I would have been busting them bitch. But that wasn't the philosophy. My coach thought that shit was a bad shot. Hell, even he changed. I went to see him coach like 10 years later. He was telling the boy, if you ain't taking that shot, you can't do nothing for me. I'm shocked in this thing. Things change. Okay? So while Jokic is amazing, I think he is benefiting from the coaching philosophies changing and allowing these guys more freedom. Okay. And he's definitely taking advantage of it. Put it on son.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?